Hi, it's Jonathan Gators from Aquaponics NYC. I'm up in Woodstock and I'm just giving you an update on the Woodstock system, how it's working out. Well, Houston, we have a problem. The EZT Siphon has some challenges. So let's take a look at what's going on. So for all those who said that I would be getting some root block issues with my EZT Siphon design, well, I guess crow is on the menu for me tonight, and I'll be eating a fair amount of it. So anyway, thank goodness I put in the overflows here, and they're draining straight back into the fish tank. Otherwise, the water would be flowing over the sides, and I'd have a lot of issues about cleaning water up, and the fish wouldn't have any water to swim in. So in the chard bed, the Swiss chard bed, and the kale bed, I've gotten this issue. The lettuce bed, that hasn't been an issue because the root systems are very shallow, so the roots don't go all the way down to the bottom of the grow bed to block the intake pipes for the siphon. But for the chard, I actually found roots coming out from the bottom of the grow bed, which means that they actually went in the uptake across the tee and all the way down the standpipe, and that's a heck of a long way for roots to grow. Anyway, we're gonna have to see what's really going on down there, so let's dig it up. Okay, so we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, down to the bottom of the grow bed, and you see the black here. For the last week or so, maybe 2 weeks even, I turned the water to the grow bed off, and so the very bottom of it, where there was stagnant water, turned anaerobic and has this kind of like nice black, somewhat stinky, little stinky. It's kind of the nitty gritty. Remember that from when we were kids? You dig all the way down to the nitty gritty. Well, that's some nitty gritty right there. So, but you can see the roots are way down in here. Digging aside here, and look at that. Roots are all up inside of this particular design. They grew right into the design, right into the drain. Keep clearing away here. It's not that stinky, only a little stinky. But if you're gonna get into aquaponics, definitely you shouldn't be afraid of this kind of stuff, because you're gonna deal with some murky, muddy kind of stuff. I'm gonna stick some worms on this system after this. They're gonna have lots to eat. So let's pull this up and see what we find. Ew, that's pretty gross. Black, murky, full of roots. This design did not keep the roots out. You can see they were all over it. Let's open it up, and you can see right there, the roots are growing right inside of the pipe. And all the way across, look at all those roots. So we had like a pretty good idea here of covering the drain pipe and only allowing the water in here and here, but that obviously not enough to stop the roots. Look at that. All the way up the pipe. all the way through. And because I stopped this system from going, from the water from flowing, it's all turned anaerobic and started to rot. But yeah, we had roots all the way through the pipe. Let's see if they're going down the standpipe. Yep, look at that. Roots going down the standpipe. Look at those big, massive roots over here. Can't even move it. Look at that. That's all roots, anaerobic, yucky, stinky stuff. All right. All this roots. I will definitely put some red wigglers in here to eat all this decay and root decay and all this organic stuff. Red wigglers will eat this up in a heartbeat. Clean this all up. All right, so let me go ahead and show you what I had in mind to replace this EZT siphon system I had here, and we'll get to that next. Okay, so here is the solution I came up with. I'm going to keep with the MIG's OMOD to the EZT siphon, and you see here I've cut out the bottom of a pipe, just some squares. So I'm keeping the overall structure of the OMOD, but I'm adding this to it. This is weed cloth, right? So it's landscaping cloth, and it's rated for 7 years in the ground. So I figure it should do pretty well. So the landscape fabric design, well, it didn't work. The fabric got clogged up by fine particles, and I kind of thought that might happen, so we're gonna have to toss that idea out the door. So life is gonna grow wherever it wants to grow, and these roots I'm not gonna prevent from growing inside of my siphon. There's just no way to prevent them. You know, my ideas about prevention and preventing the roots from getting into the siphon, I think I'm going to need to change that over to from prevention to management. So keeping with that idea of management, I've put together my EZT siphon, but with some changes here. And it's still a T siphon, as you can see. Maybe even more so because all I'm using is T's now. I'm not using the elbows. So here I have the 1/2" T, which is connected to the standpipe, which is here. And then I have 2 other 1/2" T's, and these are 1/2" to 1". So we go from that 1/2" pipe to a 1" pipe over here. And you have your end caps with the holes drilled, which is where the intake happens from the grow bed. So the idea behind this is that the roots are still going to grow inside of here, but these plugs here give me access into the siphon from the top of the grow bed, because this will be the top of the grow bed right at this level. So I'll be able to clean the media away around it, access the siphon, put in a tool to collect the roots, or maybe some chopsticks or something. I don't know, I'll figure it out later. I can also attach another 1" tube on the top, and I could connect it to my pump and make water flow in through the top here to blow out and clear any fine particles that have collected at the bottom and block it. So the idea is to create some way of managing the root block and doing maintenance on the siphon from the top of the grow bed without removing it. Then you simply put the plug back in and the siphon works. So let's put this in the grow bed and watch it do its thing. And the siphon is just starting to trickle now down below the grow bed and should kick off fully in a couple of seconds. And there it goes. The grow bed's now starting to drain, and it only takes about 1.5 to 2 minutes to drain. All right, let's put the media back in here. If I want to do maintenance on the siphon, if there's some kind of blockage, all I do is simply clean out around the top of the T here. I have to make sure that there is no possibility of any of these clay pebbles getting in, and I can simply open the plug and access whatever I need to down there and clear out any roots or debris that I see in there, and then replace the plug. Also, if I want to backwash the bottom of the siphon, if there's a lot of particulate matter, I can take something like this and attach this to my pump, bring water in through here, and plug that right into there and backwash the siphon. I'm actually kind of glad that I had this problem to develop this, because I like the idea of backwashing to clear away any debris that's down there that could get in the way of the siphon working. Put the plug back in, put the media back around, and good as new. So it's very easy to add red worms to your grow bed. Just simply place them on top of the grow bed. And red worms, they don't like light, so you will watch them as they will disappear into the grow bed. And a lot of people wonder, can they breathe underwater? Well, yes, red worms do not breathe air like you and I do. They absorb oxygen through their skin. So as long as your grow bed is oxygenated, you'll have no problems. So that's it for the EasyT Siphon redesign. Give me a thumbs up if you think it's gonna work. If you are a jerk, you can give me a thumbs down. Or you can simply subscribe to the channel and get more updates on what goes wrong next. So anyway, trial and error is the name of the game in aquaponics. There's no right way to do it, so this is my way, and I enjoy doing it, so that's why I do it. Jonathan Kadish for Aquaponics NYC, Woodstock Edition, signing out.